Hey guys, and welcome to Diamonds and Denim First Impression Friday. So anyway, today I'm finally back for a little while. I finally feel better, and I am here to review the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I don't know if it's Shade and Light, Shade Plus Light, Shade Light Eye Contour Palette from Kat Von D. So y'all know from the last Kat Von D palette I had, I don't really mess with Kat Von D that much. Like I wasn't that familiar with her work until I got the Innerstellar palette. And the Innerstellar palette was the bomb, and I loved it. It was so good. I mean, I still have it. I'm saying was like it was in the past tense, but when I tried it out, I was sold on it. So when I saw this one on sale at the same place, TJ Maxx, for $15, if you need proof, here it is, $15. I hurry up and I grabbed it, and I just wanted to try it out really bad. So I used this palette to create this look today. Let me get closer to y'all so y'all can really see. It's an all matte, all real neutral palette. I really like it a lot. So if you want to see how I use this beautiful palette here to create this look, you can just keep on watching. Thank you. And I have my brows already done. My face is washed, clean, moisturized, prepped and primed, all that good stuff. Well, my eyes are actually prepped and primed. My face is not, just washed and moisturized. So anyway, so I got smart enough this time to finally use my iPad instead, but I don't know my Apple ID, so it may not really benefit me that much. Louis, what's Mama's password? Do you know? It was so different for me. So this is the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Contour Palette. I heard a lot about her highlight and contour face palette. So when I saw this one, of course at TJ Maxx, I wanted to grab it, and it was on like ultra mega sale. So me and my mom looked at the colors. Of course, that's who I was shopping with, because that's who I'm always shopping with, especially since I've been sick and can't really drive. On the back of the box, it has all of the palette, all the names of the palettes, and it also has the price tag on it, which, as you can see, it has been marked down not once, but twice. So I don't know what it was originally at TJ Maxx. So TJ Maxx had it regular price at $27.99. I grabbed it on sale for $15, and looking at Kat Von D's website right now, which you can see right here, it is still on her website, so it's not outdated, it is not old, nothing is wrong with it, it's not fake. The Kat Von D palette is retail MSRP price, $48. We got them at TJ Maxx for $15. And the reason TJ Maxx is priced, and I've explained this 100 times on this channel, but I'll do it again. The reason they are cheaper is because what happens is when there's New York Fashion Week, when there's a launch, whatever the case is, whatever the designers or the company that produces them, whatever it is that they can't sell right off the bat, instead of just taking a loss on it and just, mark, well, we used to call it zero out, but marking them out of stock because you can't move them, they'll say, well, instead of zeroing them out, why don't you give them to us for half price and we'll sell them for you. So you lose a little bit, but you don't lose a lot. And again, it helps give it to your fans that might not be able to afford, as high of a price tag as that. You're not really devaluing yourself. You're kind of uplifting, Oh, right off the bat, let me say something I noticed about this product that I really, really like. I like that the box on the inside has a little stars. Y'all know how I love those little extra touches, and that's if they give a guide, just like all the Too Faced products did. They gave a little guide. It has the guide and the matching setup. So the way they did this palette, it's almost like 3 palettes in one, which I thought was kind of cool, because those people that don't do makeup, I don't do it professionally. I mean, I help out when I can. Like if somebody, like I did my sister's wedding pictures for her. My cousin does makeup. If she needs me to step in and help out every now and then, well, I'll do it. When I used to model, I'd jump in sometimes and help out the makeup artist if someone was short or we had too many models show up or whatever the reason was. I'd jump in and, mix foundations and little help set bakes and stuff like that. Just little dumb things. But those that don't know how to do things like that, this is genius for them, because the way they did it, so the big color at the top is your base. And then they show you the contour, the definition, and so they have the base. Okay, yeah. Okay, so they have a neutral, a cool, and a warm quad. So the bases are all at the top. Then the contour, the define, and the highlight. Now, of course, I'm going to do my own thing, but I really like that they set it up with coordinating shades, because like I said, for those who don't know how to do it, it's really, really nice. I really like that because it's sometimes makeup can be kind of daunting if you don't know what you're doing. Now, I'm going to take that little thing and completely ignore it and do what I want to do anyway. But if I didn't know how to do it, I think that would be really cool. So I'm a little bit disappointed that it didn't come with a brush. I don't know why I was expecting it to, but I'm a little disappointed that it didn't come with a brush. Let me talk about the packaging first. I already talked about the box itself. I like the box. So the box is cute. Packaging wise, this is one of the prettiest palettes I've ever seen. Y'all know I'm always ranting and raving about Too Faced. I love the Tarte palettes. This palette is bomb. Like, I love how it's so raised. It gives me like a, which I'm sure she went for. It gives me like an epitaph kind of vibe, like a tombstone vibe. Like, it's raised. It's very like Halloween vibe, but I like it for some reason. I'm not usually that girl. Like, don't let My Chemical Romance obsession fool you. Like, Death Note is the best anime of all time. Second only to, I'd probably say, Trigun. I like this Death Note vibe of the way it's raised so high. It's almost like a Ouija board. I might keep this. It's just so pretty. And of course, I'm partial black and gold, obvi. Here's something that a lot of people I don't think they notice or they don't care about. It's so easy to open. Like, it's beyond easy to open. So, popping it open. Yeah. I'm going to actually dip with the neutral Ludwin is the one I'm going to use. This one right here. For my base color, for my all over base, because it's just so pretty. And I'm going in with, of course, the fave, Beau Gachet, from lid, from lashes to brow. And if y'all want an updated brow tutorial, because my brow tutorial was actually the first one I ever did on here, let me know and I'll give y'all an updated one because they have gotten so much better than they used to be. Y'all can follow me on this one and I'll do this one off camera. Then I'm going to go back and with this, is it Lucius? Ooh, Lucius. This kind of reddy color right here. So that's going to be my crease color and I'm going to take that once again from the outer corner.
I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shine.
Take that all the way up to the upper corner, to the inner corner of my brow, like right at the tip of my nose, right at the top of my nose. Ooh, that's too dark. See, that is a pigmented. Ooh, I'm about to brush that off. That's really more pigmented than I was trying to get. Yeah, I'm gonna have to diffuse that a little bit. Let me do the other one, then I'll go get another brush and diffuse that. So, y'all, look how pigmented that color is. Like, I was not nearly prepared. I'm gonna have to really work to get it back down a little bit. Somebody taught me a lesson today. Sorry, Kat.
I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? I'm signing. I like those Balenciaga.
Okay, yeah, so that's good. So here's where we're at so far. And y'all know I'm gonna blendy out a little bit too, so it'll diffuse a little bit more then. For my crease color, let's see. Now that I know that these colors aren't playing, I think I'm probably gonna go with, I really like this one actually. This whole situation here, as a matter of fact, if I'd have known they were that strong, I probably would have used, no, I want this one as my crease color actually. I probably would have used this as a transition, this is a crease, and this in my V, just because they're so much stronger than I thought they were. I'm gonna go with this in my crease actually, which is Seder. And you know what, something else I can say about them? Not only are the colors really pigmented, but they are pretty blendable, which I was kind of surprised at. Like, look how pretty that red is and how good it blends into that base color. Like, just, I mean. And I'm assuming that you guys can see now how much of a lighter hand I'm taking with it. So all I did, because I wasn't really explaining because I was really trying to concentrate on how much pressure I was putting on it, I just did a little tiny dot in this color, Seder, and I just really barely put any pressure on it, just where I wanted it to stick, and then I just very lightly put it right in the socket of my eye where I wanted it to be the darkest in my crease. So right there, and there we go. And that was just the SL Miss Glam angled eye brush. It's a W20. So I'm going to go in with this Farrah brush, which I just got. It was like maybe the last Ipsy bag I received. And I'm going to blend everything together. Then I'm going to go with the milk, carve it out, and we'll be just about finished with this look. So I'm going to go big whooshy circles around. Y'all, this palette, I like it a lot. Look at it. So that's what our eye look is like so far. And again, I haven't even carved out my lid. I haven't even done my highlight. And I think this is a one-stop shop palette. Like, I don't need to go really anywhere else for this. But I will say this. If I did need a multi-use palette, like if I had a look that needed a bunch of different palettes situation, which I hate. Oh, I hate when I have to do that. But if I did have to, this would be a palette that you could go to for so many transition shades. It would not even be a cute look. Like how many transition shades you can get out of it. Like, I mean, you look at this thing and you can't find a single transition shade for your eye, something's wrong. So, let me go get my milk, carve it out. I'll be back with the... Okay, hey y'all, I'm back. So y'all can see where I went ahead and put milk on my brow bone. I just kind of highlighted it again just to re-highlight it. And then I also carved out my lid with it. So here's what I'm going to do. I forgot to mention something that's pretty important. From what I can tell, unless there's something I am not seeing, and I think I'm seeing everything, this palette is also all matte, which if y'all don't know anything about me by now, y'all should know that I am a freak for a matte palette. I love an all matte palette. Like, dude, I would do matte eyes and a matte lip every day. I would. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this brush, the I&M with the little hearts. That was another Ipsy font. Speaking of which, almost every brush I used today, all Ipsy fonts. Like, Ipsy makes some great brushes. They sell some great, send some great brushes. So this one I'm going to use to do the Latinus. Where did she find these names from? Oh, they're probably all Latin. Succubus, Satyr. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do Latinus right here. This one, this really pretty, like almost khaki color all the way at the end. Last color right here. We're gonna put that right here on the outer third. I'm not gonna do it in thirds. I'm gonna do. Ooh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I like that color. Yeah, we'll just do half and half. Cause I really like that color. It's so pretty. Don't y'all agree that's a really pretty color? I'm gonna go in with my another SL Miss Glam. This is the eye brush in 15. I'm gonna call him Samuel. So Samuel, my homie right here, right, him, he's going to go on the inner corner of my eye. Succubus. This really pearlescent white right here, which I really like. She will be my brow highlighter. So I'm gonna go with my other Bogachet Paris eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go in with Succubus. It's a sexy name. I'm gonna pop that right into the highest point of my arch. So remember I said earlier we're not gonna bother with that outline I had because we're gonna cover it so many times it's not even cute. Here. So for my V color, so we're gonna go ahead and go with Solus instead. So that's this really pretty brown right here. Yeah, there we go. That gives mama some definition without some, without just being like, ah. So what I have this little number for is just to quickly blend the line between the two lid colors and also to blend the V in with the rest of the eye look. Because again, I do the V. The V is my very last part of the upper lid. Just because I use that V to really kind of smoke out the entire situation. And then the OG of the full blend, Elizabeth Mott blending brush. Just tug at my eye a little tiny bit. Don't tug too hard, honey. We don't need wrinkles. We just 31 now. We're not trying to go crazy. So I'm gonna go back in with cider and just quick under the eye. So we have now taken this look pretty much as far as we can go before we are done with the rest of my look. Okay, people, so this is the finished look. Let me look down so y'all can really see everything. So lips are done, highlight, contour, blush, all that blinding highlight, bronzer, all that good stuff. And that's using just the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I did use my liner and my eyebrows and mascara or not, but all of the eyeshadow is all from this palette, and it is just beautiful. So that is the finished eye look, and now I'm going to swatch it with y'all, and then we'll decide if we're going to give it a diamond or not. Let me disarm. So let me remind y'all while I am taking this out of the original beautiful box, which is gorgeous. Again, this one was designed in like 3 separate quads, so it's almost like 3 little palettes in one. They have so they had a warm quad, which is this one right here. They had a cooler quad, which is this one right here, and then a neutral quad. So you could pick whichever one you wanted to go with for that day. I, of course, decided to kind of mix it up, and I just pulled from each one. So let's go with, we're going to start with the warmer quad. So we're going to start with Latest. And all the names, I'm assuming it's in Latin. I don't know exactly what. I'm going to show y'all how much I'm taking so y'all can see. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Just like any other palette I do. So we have Latest. Okay. Lucius. Oh, Lucius, that's a strong swatch there, Lucius. Not Empire Lucius, I would assume. Solus. Solus is very pretty. And Sameo. Oh, these colors are they're really pretty. To say it's such a neutral palette, to say it's such a, yeah, I guess that is what I want to say. To say it's such a neutral palette, the colors, the swatches are pretty strong. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I thought they were going to be a lot weaker than that. So, the second quad, which is the cool quad right here, Lazarus is a little bit chalky. I just dropped a big chunk on another one, so just something to mention. Kind of, you can see right here, that big chunk came from Lazarus. This part that fell on the white right here, yeah, that fell from Lazarus. Lazarus, old chalky self. Okay. Chalky, but he's still pretty though. So Lazarus, Liberatus. Ooh, Liberatus is pretty. Shax. Ooh, I wish, actually, Shax I didn't use today. It was almost too dark for what I was going for. So Shax was such a dark, deep black that I didn't even use it today. And then Celios. These names are like, I don't know if they're insane or if they're everything. I'm like on the fence about that. Okay. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to go with the neutral side, which is this one with the white right here. And then that one is, okay, so I'm just going to name them as I'm going over them because they're just like, these Latin names are killing me. So I will say this, even though the one we just had was a little bit chalky, the rest of them are very smooth and very buttery. Like they're very creamy, almost like they're like a weird texture. Latest. Try to twist it back down in the other direction. So we got Latest. We have, no, I'm sorry, Ludwin. Latinus. Satyr. Citra. Satyr. I think it's Satyr, but it's spelled like Citra. Very beautiful. And then last but certainly not least, last but certainly not least, we have Succubus, which is this really gorgeous, kind of almost sexy white, almost like a shimmery white. That was actually what I used, I believe, to do my brow bone today with Succubus. And you can see that brow bone is still going kind of hard. Yep, Succubus is right here. So these are our swatches. They came out pretty good, right? I mean, they're pretty rich. I mean, they are a little chalky. You can see some particles kind of floating around in some places, but I'm not mad at those. So here are swatches. Lovely Japanese cloth. If y'all have never used the Japanese makeup wipes, like it's like you soaked it in the water. Like, I don't know, it's weird. This is the palette itself, which again, the palette itself, just the outside of it, is so beautiful. I love how the letters are raised like a Ouija board almost. Inside of it, this is what the inside looks like. Again, my mirror is so cloudy, but I know it's just dirty. I just gotta clean it. So this is the Shades and Light palette itself. So time to decide, are we giving it a diamond or not? For this First Impression Fridays, I mean, the packaging is beautiful. The price I paid for it at $15, I don't think I could possibly beat that price for this. Let me show you the look again, the completed eye look one more time. I mean, I definitely would give this a diamond. These are our swatches once more. 15 bucks. This is the eye look, the swatches, the packaging. Got it at TJ Maxx. Nothing was broken on it. My eye is fine. It did not swell up. I did not get pink eye. I got no styes. No, nothing. Again, I'm not sure exactly where those rumors came from that happens. I just love this palette. I think it's great. So just like the Innerstellar palette, it's another yay for me, Kat Von D. Again, I'm not that big of a Kat Von D fan. I don't like or dislike her. I could just kind of take her or leave her. She's like the carpet on the floor. She's there. But if that carpet would spit out a palette like this, I mean, that carpet would be a lot closer. So thank you so much for watching this edition of First Impression Fridays here on Diamonds and Denim. There's going to be more information in the corresponding blog to this one, so you can check that out for more information, including where you can get this palette for the best deal. It is still current. It's still on her website, so again, it's not like it's an old palette or it's a fake palette. It's the same exact one that's on her site and still currently in Sephora. Again, don't know where that one came from either, but so if you want to check it out, you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. Again, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on any social media. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time here on Diamonds and Denim First Impression Fridays. Thanks. Bye.